Hey, hello everyone. This is Ranjit, and welcome to this channel. Today we will discuss about the common mistakes that we do while creating a resume. Whenever we share our resume to an interviewer, the first and foremost thing that the interviewer does, they check their spelling mistakes and the grammatical mistakes, because it clearly shows that you are not even serious about while about creating a proper resume. If there are spelling mistakes, or if there are grammatical mistakes, it means that you have not even gone through your profile or the CV itself, right? Because as soon as we open the CV in Word, it shows all those grammatical mistakes or all those errors or spelling mistakes, right? So make sure you correct them, and then you go through the whole CV before sending it to the HR or the organization. The second most important point, or the common mistake that we do, is about the lack of tailoring. So when I say lack of tailoring, is about we apply to a particular job, or let's say we apply to many jobs with a single resume. We don't tailor the resume based on the requirement of the profile, or let's say the job application, right? So every time when you are applying for a particular job, you should make changes in the resume. So it should not be like you are making the change in the same resume for different profiles. What you can do is create a copy or create multiple copies of your resume, make changes in each resume, and make sure that you apply for a particular profile with a particular CV, and that CV is having all those skill set that is being asked in that job application, right? So I'm not saying that you should add wrong information, but it is more like it should be precise based on the requirement of the job requirement. Now, the third important point that we most of us do, or mostly the beginners does, they add 3 to 4 pages of resume. I mean, what is there to write? I mean, four pages of resume, it's of no use. If you have a last, or if you have a vast experience, I would say max 3, but don't go above 2. So go through your let's say educational background, and then the experience, and that's it. I mean, you should not be going more than 2 pages in a resume. Yeah, like I said, you can add your education background, you can add your projects, you can add your skills, and about some of your personal information, but don't go above 2 pages. When you upload your CV to a, let's say, job portal, what that portal does is basically it looks for that particular keywords, right? And if those keywords are mostly the skills the employer is looking for, right? So let's say an employer is looking for a VBA expert or VBA developer, and if that VBA word is itself is not there in your profile or in your resume, how will the employer get to know that you know VBA, right? So make sure you have all those skills specifically mentioned, because those skills are the keywords that are being used, or being searched by the employer. Now, again, what I have seen as a common mistakes by the job applicant is they write a whole like 3 or 4 paragraph, or let's say 3 or 4 lines in a paragraph mentioning what they have done in a particular organization. First of all, they need to be more concise about what they have done, like make up bullet points, right? And then mention in one liner or max two liner, but don't make it like a full paragraph and then the page, like the CV goes to 3 or 4 pages. Showcase the impact that you have done in the previous roles, and then also make sure that the achievements that you have in your previous organization or what you are currently doing, don't create a big paragraphs about each project or the each profiles that you have done in your previous organization or in their current role. See, again, I have seen people doing that, they don't organize their resume in a clear or logical manner, right? They don't add headings, they don't add let's say bullet points, or they don't have subheadings. I mean, the employer is not there to read the whole essay. They just want to know the bullet points, like very specific things about your skill sets, or let's say specific skill about your profile, right? You don't need to write the whole essay in your resume. They don't want to know your story. They just want to know whether you can help the organization grow, right, with your skill set. Now, again, the seventh point I would say is to add only the relevant points or relevant information based on the skill sets that you have. So tailor your resume to highlight your skills. Let's say which is being asked by the employer, or let's say the experience that you have and the achievements. Avoid including all the irrelevant information that don't contribute to the requirement, or for the requirement that is needed for this particular profile. Now, again, the one of the most important point, or the eighth point, is your contact information. So what I have seen, most of the HRs, whenever you share your resume, the first and foremost thing they do is they look for the link towards your LinkedIn profile. So make sure you add your first of all name, not address, but your name, contact details, email address, probably the city where you're from, or where you're residing, and then the LinkedIn profile. Make sure that you have it, and then also make sure that your LinkedIn profile is very much completed with all the recommends and all. I will make another video which will have more detailed information how to manage your LinkedIn profile, because that's really important. Now, the most important thing before sending your resume or before sending your CV is to go through your CV multiple times. Make sure it has all those important points which are required for the particular profile. Make sure you do the proofreading basically, right? That all the information are relevant, and then they are basically connecting with each other, right? I mean, it should be in a proper hierarchical way, right? There should not be any inconsistencies. The best thing you can also do is, you can ask your colleagues, if possible, or you can even ask your senior members, or the team manager, to go through your CV. Maybe there are points which you might have missed, important information that you might have forgot to add. That can be really helpful. So yeah, I mean, having a good resume is really important for a good career. Okay, great. Thank you so much. Have a great day.